This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to Improv Trivia, brought to you by INCRadio South Central States. Welcome. This is part 2 of our trivia because we had so much fun last week. We decided to do it one more time. And so today we have different guests, though. So let us meet our contestants who will be competing for our prize. We'll start with Melanie. Hello, Melanie. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. My name is Melanie, like I said, and I'm from Fort Worth. I'm a realtor here in the Metroplex.
Welcome, Melanie. Melanie, what do you like to do for fun?
So I love to read. I also love trying to spend time outdoors with my son as much as my schedule allows.
So cool. Thank you. Good luck, because you are going against Romy. Romy, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Romy. Usually I'm behind the camera, but I sat on the wrong side of the studio, and now I'm a contestant.
So, Romy, what do you like to do for fun?
I like playing with my son, who just arrived recently from the Philippines. So, yeah, he's been keeping me busy.
Oh, good, good. Yes, he seems like he's pretty active. And as always, you know, in order for the contestants to win, they got to be able to get answers from our celebrities. Let's go ahead and start with our furthest celebrity, all the way from the East Coast, Jeff.
Hey everyone, I'm Jeff from INCRadio New Jersey. So check us out every Saturday at 11 o'clock a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, which is 10 o'clock your time. And shout out to our district staff and shout out to and from the Fernandez family.
Thank you for joining us, Jeff.
Glad to be on. It was fun.
Cool. And then we have another celebrity on today, and she's not too far from where we're at. Charmaine, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Charmaine. I am an occasional guest on Chatline. I hope that you guys check that one out Friday evenings, and I'm ready to give out some answers. Let's go.
All right. So for those of you who are viewing for the first time, this is how our game goes. We have our 2 contestants who will be competing against each other. We're going to ask trivia questions to our celebrities, and it's up to them. Hopefully they know the answers because, you know, they're supposed to be smart, right? And hopefully they'll know the answers. And then our contestants have to either agree or disagree. If the contestants are correct, they will get a point. If not, then they do not get a point. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with our first question. So our first question is, what was Nintendo's first video game called? So Jeff, this question is going to go to you. I figured you're a guy, you play video games, you should know this answer, right?
Of course, and I had a Nintendo about all the way back in the 80s, which is dating myself. Well, I mean, so is also this white hair. But as we know, everyone knows about Super Mario Brothers, which is actually the sequel to Mario Brothers Final Answer.
So you're saying it's Mario Brothers. That's the first game for Nintendo.
Right, because Super is just, you know, the next step. You know, that's what they were saying. So yeah, so it's not Super Mario Brothers, it's Mario Brothers.
All right. So we're gonna ask the contestants. Do you agree or do you disagree? Go ahead and give an answer.
Want to go first?
Oh, yeah, ladies first.
Okay, ladies first.
I will have to disagree with that.
Why?
I just have some trust issues when it comes to Jeff. No offense, Jeff. No offense.
So you're going to disagree. Okay. What about you, Romy? Do you agree or disagree?
I would also have to disagree because last week's show, the very first video game in production was Pong,
Okay.
and so it has to
But that
be.
wasn't Nintendo.
But I mean, there was Super Pong or something.
All right. Let's see. Are our contestants correct or are they wrong? Hit the buzzer. Yes, they are
Oh.
correct. Do you guys know what the first video game was for Nintendo?
Mario Kart.
No. No, Mario Kart probably came out later. No, it's actually EVR Race. So
Oh,
I've never
close
heard
enough.
of that. I guess it must have been old, probably before my days.
My thought
I
process
feel glad
was-
now because I was feeling kind of old. Like
my
like
thought
that.
process is that game, Mario, Super Mario, is not simple. I think that there's just a lot going on in that particular game.
Uh-huh.
So if you're starting out with a very first video game, I just felt like that's just a lot. So,
Yeah. And that's
like
funny
that.
because Ren's put in the chat Meteoroid, because that's an old game too, but that was not.
It's pronounced Metroid.
Oh, sorry, Metroid. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see. I should put them on. I can't see the chat. All right, very good. Let's go to our next question. So, Charmaine, this is for you.
Mhm.
What food inspired Pac-Man's iconic design?
Oh, okay. I may be wrong, but my dad's like a big video game fan, so he like went on about some of his favorite video games, and so I remember that Pac-Man's like favorite like food, like his favorite design. It's like in the game, so it's like fruits and everything. It's like different types of fruits. It's the ones that he can like eat and everything.
Okay.
you go first this time.
Oh well, I had pizza last night and this morning, so I want to disagree with fruits.
See, I also disagree because when you look at Pac-Man, doesn't he look like cheese?
Oh, hey,
So
that's
I'm
pretty
thinking
good.
maybe it's cheese.
You know what?
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I
So
look
I'm
at
gonna
Pac-Man,
disagree.
yeah,
Yeah.
but when I look at Pac-Man, I see a lemon. You know, Pac-Man's yellow. You cut a wedge out of a
Mm.
lemon, right?
Fruit.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm gonna have to disagree still.
Okay, so Melanie's disagreeing. Romy's disagreeing.
Yeah. He's,
Judge, what's your verdict?
yeah.
You're correct. So it was actually tailored after pizza.
Oh yeah.
And so Miss Bourgeois guessed the right answer. Pizza without the slice. Very good. Okay, let's go to our next one. Jeff,
Romy knew that already.
Okay.
what fruit is known as the king of fruits and is banned in many hotels and public transportation in Southeast Asia due to its strong smell?
Okay.
Mm.
Now, this is also why I am banned from certain flights going to and from Asia because of the strong smell. Okay, but I think this fruit might actually, depending on time of day and if I worked out and how much I've worn my shoes or not, it does smell like feet. This fruit can smell like feet. Yeah, and it's funny. I just saw it at the Asian market. And speaking of the king of fruits, it is spiky, so I guess that's where it kind of looks like a crown. It is the durian fruit.
Okay. Contestants.
Shall I go first?
Yes, please.
I think he just wants to copy your answer. That's why.
No, I'm just like
Ironically, I've smelled this fruit before, and for some reason, I don't get all the hate. I think it smells good, but I will agree with Jeff.
Are you sure? Because Jeff is a little shady sometimes.
And also, I have some socks here if you want to smell those.
I'll pass for now, but yep, I'm sticking with that one.
Okay, you're gonna guess. You're gonna agree. How about you,
But
Romy?
wait a second, hold on. There is a jackfruit that's also spiky,
Mm.
yeah, jackfruit is like a similar.
but no, I'm gonna still agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think rambutan is also spiky, but that's not why I disagree. I disagree because I can't smell durian.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I think it's just my sinuses or something.
No. So you're
Yeah,
definitely lucky. You can be on any Asian flight then. So
Okay, so are they right or are they wrong?
I think he's going to prove.
Okay,
Oh.
well, one agreed and one disagreed.
Yeah.
So who's correct and who's
right?
wrong? So Melanie's actually correct. Durian is the answer. And,
Okay.
Oliver, Gab, and Trina said that answer, and so did Oliver Villanueva and Renz. Good job on giving the right answer. But yes, it is durian. And I did smell that, and it's true because in Thailand when I went, I'm like, what is that strong smell? But they said it's very good. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know.
I mean, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's just the smell.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I've had it a couple times, and yeah, in some cases it can taste like a caramel cream. So check it out.
I don't know
Yeah.
about caramel cream.
Mm.
We'll see. Okay, so Melanie gets that point. Rome, you're behind now. All right. Okay, next question. What U.S. state is home to Yellowstone National Park? Who answered that one? So, this is Charmaine. This is for you. Charmaine.
But this could go to another person. Wyoming.
You think Wyoming? Why?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like the first state that popped in my head.
All right. So, contestants, do you agree or do you disagree? Put up your cards. Now we have cards. So go
Okay.
ahead and put up your cards. When we count to three, 1, 2, 3, put up your cards. What do we see? We see Romy says disagree and
Oh.
Melanie says disagree. You guys
Oh.
both disagree. Where do you think
Ooh.
Yellowstone National Park is?
Not Wyoming.
You think so? How about
I'm
you?
so
Romy?
sorry.
National Park.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a very yellow place. I don't know.
Oh, well, both Olivers in our chat guessed it correctly. And Nate, are they right or are they wrong? You guys are wrong. It is in Wyoming. See, Charmaine knows what
Oh,
she's
wow.
talking about.
Oh my god.
Who knew?
Okay. So
Who knew there was something in Wyoming?
that is fair.
Okay.
It does give
Thank
me
goodness I got that correct. That's crazy.
Good guess, Charmaine. Good guess.
You're a fantastic actress.
All right. Okay, this one goes to Jeff. And Jeff, you better know this answer because this is in your
Wow.
neck of the woods, okay? What island is the Statue of Liberty on?
Okay, and once again, it's just across the water from one of my wife's favorite parks. It is Ellis Island, where a lot of the immigrants coming from Europe at the time, and also a lot of immigrants will go to take their oath. So Ellis
Yeah.
Island.
Okay. Have you been to Ellis Island?
I think it was in the 5th grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you go there, there's a bridge there, but it's like secure access only. I think there's a former hospital there. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I've
Pretty
been
cool.
to Ellis Island and it's nice seeing the Statue of Liberty in person. It is so cool. All right,
Right?
contestants, do you agree or do you disagree with Jeff? Go ahead and put up your answers. Let me see what you got.
Well,
Put up your answers. Do you agree that it is called
God.
Ellis Island?
Oh my god.
All right, you both agree.
come on.
Judge?
Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? For real?
No, Ellis Island is its own island. It is true that is where the immigrants went when they first landed here, but the actual island where the Statue of Liberty is at is Liberty Island.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Of
god.
That's a bummer.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. No
That
one.
makes sense. Why would they would call it Liberty?
Okay,
Yeah.
but do you see what Oliver Gabantrina put in there? He put in there Alcatraz. No, Oliver, we're not in California. It's not Alcatraz.
Nothing signifies freedom better than Alcatraz, you know?
Yeah. All right. So before we go on to our next question, let's go ahead and go to our first thinking cap. This is going to be our last thinking cap for the month. So rack up those points, okay? The question is, What game show does a contestant spin a wheel to earn money and prizes while solving word puzzles? Is it A, Family Feud, B, Let's Make a Deal, C, Wheel of Fortune, and D, Price is Right? Panelists, don't give them the answers because they have to put it in our chat. Okay. Once again, the game show where a contestant spins a wheel to earn money and prizes while solving word puzzles. Family Feud for A, B for Let's Make a Deal, C, Wheel of Fortune, and D, Price is Right. So go ahead and put in your answers so that we can tally that. All right, let's go ahead and go to our next question. Who's this one for? Oh, this is for Jeff. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, you have to know this. You have to know this answer, okay?
Okay, let's go for it.
What fast food chain was the first to open in the United States?
Now, I'm tempted to say McDonald's because the U.S. is iconically known for McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's McDonald's.
Yeah. Is it McDonald's or I'm thinking it might even be because, on the East Coast we have White Castle,
No.
which is
Don't try to do this. No.
Yeah.
McDonald's I can see, Wendy's I can also see, but White Castle is like the sliders place.
Right? Yeah.
No.
The sliders where it's also sliders afterwards too.
No. Do this.
So, Jeff,
you know
what is your final answer?
I will say final answer is White Castle.
You're going to say White Castle, okay?
Yeah. Also because it's something that's
We had
popular
White
in my
Castle
area.
once in a while.
Okay.
That's such an East Coast thing.
So in our chat, someone put Mang Inasal. I don't know what that is, but I guess that's
Let's go. Let's go.
And Oliver Villanueva put in McDonald's. So, contestants, do you agree or do you disagree with Jeff? And what was your answer again, Jeff? You said White Castle?
I said White Castle, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys agree or disagree? You guys disagree. What do you guys think it is?
Are you serious?
Okay. It's too late to change.
It's too late.
Okay,
So guess what? Ursi Bourgeois, she put White Castle. And so did MC Ramos 103, White Castle. So guess what? You guys were wrong. Jeff was actually right.
I'm starting to trust Jeff.
Ooh, see, you guys got to start trusting Jeff now.
Changing the game. Maybe I'm turning a new leaf.
Maybe you're actually telling me the truth now. Is that what you're saying? All right, let's go with our next one. So this one is for Charmaine. Charmaine, Coca-Cola was first sold in which state?
Georgia.
Why? That was really quick. Why are you saying Georgia?
Huh? This is actually one of the fun facts that I know is Georgia.
Really?
Are you sure, Charmaine? Because it's Coca.
No, it's
Cola
Georgia.
and
No, it's Georgia.
CO is Colorado.
That's doesn't make any sense. It's Georgia.
Yeah, it started out in Colorado, spread to California, and then Louisiana.
It's
That's
Georgia.
why it's Coca-Cola.
Okay, contestants, do you agree with her or do you disagree with her? Agree, disagree. Okay, so Melanie disagrees and Romy agrees. Well, one of you is right, one of you is wrong.
Totally Colorado. It's Colorado. Y'all know.
Nate, do you know who the right one is? Okay, Romy got it right.
Oh, yeah.
It is Georgia. That's why the Coca-Cola factory is in Georgia, the museum. I do want to go check that out. So,
speaking on behalf of Nate, the wife is always right.
And so in our chat, Leah Dyrett, she did get that right. She did put Georgia. Very good. Okay, next one. This one, the boys. Oh, why is video games always going to Jeff?
Well, you switch.
All right, Jeff, here you go. You better know this one because, guys are supposed to know video games, right?
Yep.
What is the best-selling game console of all time?
And we had mentioned it before. When you think of video games, iconically, what brand comes to name, what brand comes to mind, it's Nintendo.
Okay.
Obviously Nintendo. You know, you think of video games, it's where it all started. You know, well, maybe before Nintendo was Atari, but Nintendo got super popular, even more than my beloved Sega.
He's
You
speaking.
know,
Yeah,
back in the
I don't
console
think
wars.
Atari ever. I mean, like Atari was big because I think it was the only one at that
Yep.
time.
Hmm.
But when Nintendo came, and you know they've got the Wii and all that stuff, right?
Right, and they also own Pokemon, so I think they own Pokemon. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You're
gotta
speaking
be.
too much, but I do remember the Wii like having like this huge like marketing craze, like the ones like people were like lining outside to and everything. For me, that was like one of the biggest consoles like of all time. So I would believe it was Wii, but I don't know, bro. You spoke too much.
Okay. No. But you do have a good point though, because I was also one of those people that would kind of go hunting for Wii's.
That's true.
They
That
are
is true.
both owned by Nintendo, so it's got to be a
I don't know.
Nintendo. Yeah, and then in between was the Super Nintendo system, which I also had too. So.
Okay, so what's your
Yeah.
final answer, Jeff?
But you know, I'll still stick with final answer of the Nintendo, original Nintendo.
Nintendo. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. Contestants, do we agree or disagree? Put up your answers. You both disagree.
Okay.
Nate, are they right or are they wrong? Yeah, you're right. What do you think it was?
Uh,
Is it PlayStation? No, that's too recent, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't matter. Actually, the only one that got it right in our chat is Renz. It is a PlayStation 2.
Okay.
PlayStation 2 so far is the best selling game console of all time. So yes, Renz got that correct. I think, does Renz play
We're
video
not
games?
a PlayStation family, so that's actually quite surprising to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I do remember in one of our shows, Dre always said that PlayStation was like the PlayStation 2 was the console of all time. So he
I get
kinda
it.
knew that answer.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, let's go to our next one. What was the first flavor potato chip produced by the Irish company Tato in 1954?
There's
Oh,
a
this is Charmaine.
there's
got
a
this,
part
girl.
of me that wants to give out like the joke answer, like sour cream and onion or like cheese and onion. But I think like 1954, like I don't know, like what's like the basic flavor, but that's like salt.
Salt.
Salt or like salt and vinegar, maybe salt and vinegar.
Salt
I
and
guess salt
vinegar.
and vinegar.
Although if
So-
you think of Irish people, you think of potatoes, but then you know the classic
Yeah.
Irish food is also corned beef and cabbage. So corned beef and cabbage flavor, right?
Corned beef.
I have never in my life had a corned beef and cabbage chip. That's crazy.
I don't know, but Renz is trying to help you guys out. He put salted eggs with truffle shreddings.
Oh, let's go!
That sounds like a nice.
I want to try that salted egg with truffle shit. That sounds so good.
I don't even know if that's a real flavor. Okay, so what is your final answer, Charmaine? What flavor?
I'll say salt and vinegar. I am not.
You're gonna say salt and vinegar. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Contestants, do you agree or do you disagree? You disagree. What do you guys think it is?
See, salt and vinegar is not everybody's cup of tea. I know some
Well, it's like
people
the first
like it, but some people probably don't like it. So I'm just gonna say something other than salt and vinegar. Maybe I'm thinking salt.
Yeah.
Crack the pepper and salt or something
Mhm.
basic like that, but not salt and vinegar.
All right, Nate, are they right or are they wrong? You guys are correct. No, it is not salt and vinegar. Actually, Ray Velasco put on the right answer, and so did I don't know how to say her first name, and I don't want to butcher it, so I'm just going to call her Ms. Bourgeois. They guessed it. It is cheese and onion. Oh, what
that
kind of
sounds
flavor
good.
was that? Oh, nasty. Okay, next question.
Hey, as we would say here,
Yes.
don't yuck somebody's yum. So you might just like the salted egg and truffle shreddings.
I'll yuck it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, Jeff, this one's for you.
Okay.
I hope you know geography. What is the most populated country in the world?
Oh, and this is an easy one. I mean, I think everyone knows it's definitely not the U.S., but it's China. Now, largest population in the world. also has a huge landmass, and if you do see pictures of China cities, they are extremely densely populated. So
Okay.
China.
It's
China's
the
your final answer.
So populated as in by number of
People.
people, not by per.
Nah.
Okay.
I think just population, yes. Oh, I like Renz's answer. So you said China. Do you guys agree or disagree? You guys agree. Nate?
India?
What? Real?
Is it India?
Yeah.
Is it India? Because I don't have that question on my list. That's why I was surprised with that
thinking-
question. Is it India? It is India.
Why did I not say India?
They're famously known for not
India.
being able to like move because they're so populated there.
All right.
I was thinking
But
Oh.
Ren's put Gotham City. I don't think that's that populated, right?
No, trust me, they control the population very well. there.
But we did have a lot of
Oh.
people say India. Oh, look what Oliver
I
Gabentrina
was
put.
thinking India
He
too.
put Tondo.
Yeah, that's
Tondo's not a country, Oliver. It's not a country.
Right, Oliver. Yeah, I think when there's so many Chinese people that when they jump at the same time, there will be an earth. It'll shift Earth out of its
Don't
orbit.
know.
That's because that's how many people are there.
I think that's called country pride, bro.
You're funny.
Mm.
Okay, let's go to our next question. I want to make sure I'm on the right one. Okay,
Please
So,
know more geography.
Oh, all right.
Charmaine. What is the longest river in the United States according to the USGS?
Mhm.
The Mississippi River.
The Mississippi River. Okay. I think just the name itself is already long, right? And I
I
think it
know.
is. I do
To be
remember
honest, it's one
learning
of the
that.
only. It's one of the only like rivers that I know. So
I do remember learning about U.S. geography.
It's the longest.
So, all right, contestants, are we
Oh,
agreeing?
but wait. The contestants will have to answer, and if it's correct, they have to spell it.
Hey, that's the easiest. That's the easiest state to spell. All right, do you guys agree or do you disagree? You guys agree? It is the Mississippi. Go ahead and spell it
Yeah.
then.
Mississippi.
No, you missed it.
Mississippi. Mississippi.
there you
All right,
go.
Did I spell Mississippi?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Mississippi.
So, Nate,
Oh my gosh.
are they right or are they wrong? You're
Oh
wrong.
my gosh. What?
Oh,
Wait,
but
what?
you're wrong. But we did
I
have
thought
people
it was
put
the
it.
widest, but I don't know if it's the longest.
It's the longest. Okay, so who put in the right answer? So it looks like we've got MC Ramos 103 and Ursi.
Mm,
Right?
Missouri.
It is the
Missouri.
Okay,
Missouri.
in my defense, I did
Wow.
not grow up here. So you can excuse some of my
See?
errors.
Okay, Romy, you grew up in the States, so you should have known that answer.
They didn't teach that to us in school.
Oh, they didn't teach that in school. In California, we did learn that it was a Missouri River. Okay, let's go to our second thinking cap question. Let's go to our second one. All right. So, what game show featured costume contestants who offer deals and must choose to keep what they have or trade for the possibility of winning big? Was it E, Family Feud, F, Let's Make a Deal, G, Wheel of Fortune, or H, Price is Right? Go ahead and put in your answers. Only put in E, F, G, or H. Do not actually type out the name of the game show because it's harder to pick out when we have to look at it. So, yep, which game show featured costume contestants who offer deals and must choose to keep what they have or trade it in for something bigger? All right, let's go to our next question.
And I think they're good with just putting the letter down because they're already tired of typing
Am
Mississippi.
I SSI, PPI?
Right.
All right. So next one goes to who? Goes to Jeff. Jeff.
Okay.
I know. I thought you said something about you had studied astronomy before or something like that.
Well, astronomy is the study of stars, and stars are full of gas, which is right here.
So your question's going to be: this planet has the most moons. Which planet has the most moons? And we only have 8 planets instead of 9, so you only have 8 to choose from. You don't have to worry about Pluto.
Wow. I think Pluto needs therapy. You know, sorry, Pluto, we're not including you anymore. Okay. This one I'm not so sure of, but
Okay.
I do know the largest planet. I mean, it's definitely not Earth. We got one. I think we're good with that one. You know,
Are you sure?
it's a good monogamous relationship. So it's not Earth, but the largest planet I am aware of is Jupiter, and
Okay.
just like Jupiter, I am also a giant full of gas. But since once again Jupiter is the largest planet, you figure it would also have the most number of moons. So let me go for Jupiter.
Jupiter. All right. So, contestants, do you agree or do you disagree?
Jupiter also has a big red spot, just like.
Okay, hold on. So we have one who agrees, we have one who disagrees. Of course, one is right, one is wrong, right? So let's go see. In our chat, people did put in the correct answer. And unfortunately, Jupiter is wrong.
Oh
It's
my
Kansas,
gosh.
like what Oliver's saying. Final answer. Yes, go
Final
Oliver.
answer is Kansas.
Oh
So actually, we have people putting in there the right answer. Ian, Kimberly, and Ursay. Ursay's kind of smart. I think we need to have her on the show.
Might be because she used to be from New Jersey.
Is that what it is? Wait, do you know
Yeah.
her?
Yeah, she's the wife of our former resident minister. Shout out to you, Paul.
So am
we
I
miss
saying
you
her
guys.
name right? Am I saying her name right? Is it Ursay?
Yeah, Ursi, if you want to spell out how
Ursi,
your
okay.
your name is in the chat.
All right. So no, it's in there, but I just didn't know how to say it. Okay. So the answer actually is Saturn. So yes, you are wrong. I'm so sorry about that, Jeff.
Oh.
All right.
But once again, both me and Jupiter are full of gas.
Okay.
Especially
you did
after.
warn me there.
especially-
You did warn me.
Charmaine, what do you do for a living?
I'm a graphic designer.
Oh, you're a graphic
I
designer.
like to
Okay.
illustrate on the-
No, I thought you were a nurse, because then if you were a nurse, you should know this answer. But let's go ahead with the next question. Our next question is. Oh,
Nurse-
wait, I'm on the wrong question.
Nurses do know that for sure.
It's
Oh.
okay. Let's just do this one.
Oh, okay.
What country has more sheep than people? What country has more sheep than people?
All right, just imagine the kebabs from there. Oh, gotta be so good.
I'm gonna say Greece.
You're gonna say Greece.
I
Why
think
Greece?
I think they have a lot of good lamb dishes.
Mhm.
I think they have a lot of like lamb are like references in their mythology. And I think it's just because they got a lot of lambs.
They got a lot of lambs.
They got a
Okay.
lot of lambs, got a lot of sheep. Maybe it's just because I have epic on the brain, so I don't know. But
All right. Let's see.
I don't know though, because if you
Contestants?
think about sheep, like you might think about somewhere where like Scotland or something like that, where they have rolling hills and they have lots of sheep eating the grass.
Okay. Okay. So contestants, do you agree? Or do you disagree? You guys disagree. Are they right or are they wrong, Judge? You're correct. All right. Actually, there's people in our chat who actually guessed it correct, like Oliver Villanueva did it correct. MC Ramos and Ray Velasco. It is New Zealand. Even Pauline guessed it correct. Good job. It is New Zealand. New Zealand has more sheep than they do have people.
I think we all need to go visit New Zealand. So the winners, we will fly you out.
Yes, Jeff will fly you out to New Zealand so you can see all the sheep.
As long as I get to go too, let's go.
Sure.
I think they have
All right.
spiders also the size of your face, so I'm not sure if I want to go there.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do that either.
I'm sure my son would.
Oh, see, then that's maybe someplace you'd want to go. All right, let's go to our next question, Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff, this is for you. This is the only part of the body that cannot heal itself.
This is tough. And also, if you're Wolverine, I think all of them are fine answers. All right, part of the body that cannot heal itself.
Uh-huh.
Gosh. See, when you think of parts of the body that get hurt and broken, what's the one that pops up to your mind first? For me, it's the heart.
Oh.
The
If you have had a
heart.
broken heart, but then do those heal? I'm not sure. Yeah. You know what though? One of the most complex organs is the eye. And when people go blind, that's pretty much forever. So I think I'll have to go for the eye.
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
have to
say
disagree. No,
Oh,
eyes can heal yourself. As a person who's had many scratches in their eyes,
oh,
it
okay, all
does.
right, all right.
I'm
But
gonna say
broken hearts are forever. Just kidding.
Okay, so what's your answer going to be?
I'm gonna say T.
But you know what? I think I'll still stick with the eye, one of the most complex organs that we have. And yes, you can maybe scratches in your eye, but like once the retina is gone, I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Contestants, agree or disagree? Ooh, one disagrees, one agrees. So Nate
So,
can't play his little
I'm
buzzer.
thinking, first I had laser eye surgery and there was a recovery period. But
Oh,
after those 2 weeks, I was fine. Also, whenever somebody gets paralyzed, right?
Ooh.
Your nerve cells can't regenerate. And so that's why I was thinking, can't be the eyes, must be the brain or part of the spinal cord.
Okay, so so that's why you disagree. Okay,
Right.
so Melanie is actually correct.
Oh.
Okay,
Not in the nerves.
but not in the nerves though, not the nerve part.
But the nerve cells, I said the nerve cells.
No, not even that.
Okay, so but the brain.
oh,
No, not
The
even that.
spinal cord.
No.
Okay.
So
Heart, broken heart.
these people are guessing correctly. Ian's guessing correctly. Pauline, Ray, and Nala. Oh, Nala's tuning in.
Oh.
It's your teeth, the human
Okay, 'cause
teeth.
when you chip your okay.
Right? Once you chip your tooth, that's it.
Yeah, that's
mean-
why my teeth are like messed up forever.
I mean, like
But
they
your
said,
eyes are fine, so.
Yeah, my eyes are fine. Yeah, heart's
You
fine.
learn something new every day.
exactly. And
Well,
that's
I was just thinking, just so it's my thought process, because you know how
That's
when
really
people have
interesting.
dementia and things like
Yeah.
that, it's irreversible. It's just
yeah.
You
But
guys-
see, and this is what the show's all about. It's about learning other things,
and
right?
I
Even
have
though
a
they're
chipped
random
tooth.
facts.
I should have known that. Yeah, when I was little, I was like, something fell on my tooth, and it's still like
See,
real close.
gotta trust your instincts. Gotta trust your instincts. All right, let's go to our next question. What was the first video game console?
Wait a minute.
Oh, this is not Jeff's this time, right?
Well,
Can I pass it
I'm
to
not
you?
getting a
this
video
is-
game
Can I
one?
pass it to Jess?
Wow.
This is Charmaine now. Charmaine,
Can we say-
what was the first ever video game console? Okay, not the most popular, but what is the very first one that ever came out? And Charmaine, you might be too young to even remember this. So
You too. You might also be too young to remember this. I'm gonna say Palm. I don't know. Or like
no,
how
not game, console. So it's a
console?
Yes. What is like the first video game console ever?
I think you guys already know that I'm gonna be wrong. So I'm gonna just say we.
You're gonna say All right.
It's definitely
Contestants, agree or disagree? You guys disagree with her. Okay. Nate, are they right or are they wrong? You guys are correct. We actually do have one person in the chat who guessed it correctly. EM Kimberly. EM Kimberly, where are you from? I would like to know where you're from. We've got to come visit you. Ooh, Pauline got it right too.
Oh, wow.
And so did Ray. So it is the Magnavox Odyssey. Very good. Good job. I've never heard of it, so I don't even know if that was before my time also, but I've never heard of that video.
I was going to say, I've never heard of it, so that means I'm not old.
That means we're all too young.
Okay, before we continue, let's do our last thinking cap just so that we can get our points in. Okay, this is the last one. What game show features two families who compete by guessing the most popular answer to survey questions? Is it J, Family Feud, K, Let's Make a Deal, L, Wheel of Fortune, or M, Price is Right? Okay, the game featured two families who compete by guessing the most popular answer. All right, so put in your answers that will get tallied, as this is the last one for this month. So we'll look at the leaderboard later on. Or do you want to look at the leaderboard now, Nate? Nate, do you want to look at the leaderboard? So far we've got Melanie up ahead, and then we've got Oliver and Pauline right by her tail. So you guys still have a chance.
She double tasking today. Okay.
She is. All right. Let's go do a few more questions before we have to end. That was a video game, Ryan. Okay. Jeff, you get another body question.
Oh, yes. I have a lot of fun.
What is the heaviest organ in the human body?
For me, it's the fat.
But is fat an organ?
Oh, let's find out. It sure can be. Scale over there. But you know what? I will go for. Now, are we counting individual organs? Like, for example, like does the muscle count as one, or
Yeah.
is it like the whole muscular system?
If you're going to say muscle, it's the whole muscular system.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will go for the muscles, the muscular system, because if you think about it, muscle is more dense than fat. Okay. I really hope that I have more muscle than fat, although I have a lot of fat. And both outweigh the brain. So yeah, let's go for muscle.
You're going to say muscle is the largest organ in the body.
Yeah.
Okay, contestants, agree or disagree?
Yeah, to illustrate. Look,
Okay.
I know it's Texas, so we got some guns right here. I don't have a license for it.
Yeah, those are legal here. I don't think it's legal where you're
But
at.
not in New Jersey.
Okay, so Melanie disagrees.
Yeah, because you say muscle, that's a tissue, and then you said organ system, that's an organ system. You skipped organ. So
organ. So it's okay. You disagree, and Rome agrees.
Oh my
Melanie,
gosh,
you're actually correct.
Oh, good.
You're actually correct, Melanie.
Yeah, she is.
Not the muscle.
She can tell by my social media posts that I have much more fat than muscle.
And we did have people in the chat putting in the right answer, and it is the skin. The skin is the heaviest organ, because that's the largest, right? Exactly. All right. So before we continue, we are going to do a commercial break, and we want to feature the different local congregations around our district. Not the pictures. Oh, okay. Never mind. No commercial break today.
But we will be going to each and every location in the district, and please make sure that you have food.
Okay, you don't have to have food, but yes, we will go there. Okay, let's go to our next question then. Who's this one? Charmaine.
Ooh.
Charmaine. Which country invented paper?
China.
What?
China.
Why China?
Because this is actually more of a fun fact I also know. Same thing again. But so in high school, we did like a bracket for March Madness about like who was the most influential country, and I remember my pick was China because they invented paper.
Which also has the largest population.
Well, that's the thing. No, I think it's China. I'm actually pretty sure it's China.
But then you think about it, because the word paper, where did it come from? Paper came from papyrus.
Papyrus, that's right.
Egypt.
Oh, it's China.
That's right, because remember the papyrus did come from Egypt.
Yeah.
And which country existed first? Was it really Egypt or was it China?
It might be Egypt. Egypt with the papyrus.
I don't know. Contestants?
So what's her answer?
What's your answer, Charmaine?
China.
She's saying China. Do you guys agree with her or do you disagree? You both disagree. Nate, are they right or are they wrong?
I thought it was.
She's correct. It is China.
You're gonna listen to the guy who says that he's been having gas this entire morning.
And have you guys noticed whenever Charmaine answered right away, it was usually the right answer, right? See, she knew what it was. Good job, Charmaine.
I thought that was a tactic, though.
Yeah.
It's like if you say it too quickly,
no.
you sound too sure. See, the trust issues are building up again.
Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. Are we going to have enough time for more questions? Because maybe we can
Yes, we have one more question.
Okay, because right now I'm 9 and he's 8. I'm like, are you sure you have enough time?
We do. We have time
Okay.
for another question. Our next
Just checking.
question, Jeff.
Ooh. All right, let's go.
What is the 3-letter code for O'Hare International Airport? See, this I know, so I
I
can't
don't know this.
Oh, wow.
because
Now, this is like what my wife says. You know, I definitely need to travel more, even though it's domestically. But O'Hare International Airport is in Chicago.
yes,
right?
it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
And Chicago starts with CHI, and I think that would
Mhm.
make the most sense. So I will go with CHI for Chicago O'Hare International Airport.
CHI for Chicago International Airport.
What is
Also,
this the
CHI is the
only-
beginning. What?
Is this the only airport that's in Chicago? Why
No,
would-
That's a good
why did they
question.
get
Yeah, I don't
Midway?
know.
They've got Midway also. They've got 2 airports in
Ah.
Chicago. Yep.
I
But
wonder which
this
one
is
came
the
first,
only
because
that has Chicago.
yeah, you always hear about O'Hare.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
but
more popular than Midway. Yes.
oh, sorry.
Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Midway, you got to get your shine on so that we will believe in you as the Chicago airport. So let's go. Midway.
Well, then
Okay,
it makes sense.
So what's your guess? What's your final answer?
Final answer is CHI for Chicago, and also because CHI is the beginning of the word cheese, which is what I'm going to have right
Cheese.
after this.
Are you sure it's CHI? Okay. Contestants, do you agree or do you disagree? Disagree. Melanie disagrees
Oh,
and
no.
Romy agrees.
Are we going to tie? Oh my
So,
goodness.
who do you guys think is right and who do you think is wrong?
I'm rooting for Melanie. Honestly.
You're rooting for Melanie.
And that's because Karomi is my sworn enemy. So.
So, Melanie, you are
And I'll go for Romy because
No, Melanie is correct. It is not CHI. Melanie, do you know what it is?
No, I just know I don't trust Jeff.
It's actually ORD.
Also, because there's multiple, how could you figure out which one's which? You know?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
wait, so where does the ORD come from? Like, okay,
Yeah.
O'Hare, all right, but the RD.
Because before it became international, it was O'Hare Regional. And so even like with Sacramento's a metropolitan airport. I mean, an international airport, but it was metropolitan before, so it was SMF. So it originated from the very first time those airports opened up. So yeah. So even though the international is there, yeah. So these.
The O'Hare Regional, duh. ORD.
Mhm.
I stands for department.
All right. Okay, that's ORD. Next one. Oh, who's this one's now? Oh, Charmaine. Charmaine. What is India's national fruit?
Maybe if I pause, they'll believe me.
What is their national fruit?
Mango.
You're going to say mango. Do they even have mangoes in India? I thought those all came from Mexico.
Oh, wait, aren't the
Philippines.
big mangoes the Indian ones? India mango, yeah.
No, those are caribou mangoes.
Oh.
Well, at least the ones in the Philippines, they're called the caribou mangoes.
I'm gonna say
And they're made
mango.
out of caribou.
No, they're not. But okay, so you're going to say mango?
Mhm.
Okay, she's saying mango. Romy and Melanie, agree or disagree? You guys disagree.
Why?
well,
There was a pause.
the Philippines,
Oh.
that's their national fruit. I feel like they all should have called dibs, right? You can't have the same national fruit. So, was I wrong?
You're both wrong because you both disagree,
Were
right?
we both wrong? Are we both wrong? Wait a second. I'm in denial. Are you sure I pressed the right button? All right.
Yeah. Ren's put coconut.
Crazy.
But you know what? A lot of people did put mango. A lot of people did put mango. And I guess there is an Indian mango.
So that means Philippines
Right?
and India have the same national fruit.
I guess they can.
I thought you could only call dib.
Maybe we don't have enough fruits to go around for each country.
I guess there's gonna be some overlap there.
Okay, let's go. One more
You
question.
need to believe me more, bro.
One more question.
Right, you're right. You did say you're rooting for me. Okay.
Jeff,
Ooh, here we go.
what instrument is used to measure the strength of a magnetic field?
Here we go.
Magnetic field.
Uh-huh.
No, he
Go with that.
cooking. He cooking.
Yeah. Oh no, my brain's cooking too. Like it would make sense for it to be magnetometer, but it's almost like we're trying to trick people. So
Oh no.
I
Why
almost
would
feel
you-
like it's not magnetometer. Yeah. Strength of a
I
magnetic
don't know. That doesn't
field.
even sound like a real word.
Right? Yeah.
So what's your answer, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, magnetometer just seems so obvious. It's got to be something else. But you know what? Since it's the last one, and we do need to kind of wind down the show, I think let's go for magnetometer final answer.
That's
I
your
think that
final
you just made
answer.
that up, but
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, contestants, do you agree or do
Magnet
you
OP.
disagree?
Can I pass?
No passing. Agree or disagree?
Oh, what's the last
You're
one?
gonna agree.
Yeah.
How about you,
Oh,
Melanie?
gosh.
No, one or the other. Melanie's trying to cheat here. Melanie, do you agree or disagree? You only get one choice. Okay, Melanie's gonna disagree and Rome's gonna agree. Romy, why are you agreeing?
I just wanted to have a different answer so I could catch up. In case you know, she was
And us bros got to stick together.
wrong. And that
Yeah.
too.
Wait, who was right? Who
Actually,
was right?
you're right. Romy was right.
Yes,
Yeah, he was
magnetometer.
right.
See, part of me was gonna agree.
Someone put in there, Magnetron, the brother of Megatron.
Awesome.
See, that would have been a good answer. But yes, you are correct. That is what measures it. All right. We have time for one more.
All right.
One more, and then we'll look at.
Sure, I think
We have time for one more in case it catches up. Okay.
Come on, Romy, bring this back,
What?
bro.
All
We
right.
got this.
Oh, who's this for? Oh, this is for Charmaine. Charmaine, where is the busiest airport in
Ooh.
South America? Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oh, the pasta. Sorry. What pasta gets its name because of its resemblance to a feather quill?
To a feather quill.
Yeah. So, what pasta gets its name because of its resemblance to a feather quill?
I'm gonna say my favorite noodle shape just because one of my favorite. I'm gonna say penne.
Penne. That's your favorite. I like the shells. I think the shells are cuter because you could do stuff with the shells.
I like the spirals because they just have like the sauce just coats them like a lot more. But
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. I feel like that's also like the point as well. But no, I'm a stick to penne. I really hope I don't steer anybody wrong though.
But penne's got a hole in it.
Yeah.
And feather
Yeah.
quills are usually solid. So
No, they
I don't
have-
know.
They have the channel for the ink to go to. So the
Okay.
channel for the sauce.
All right. So her answer is penne. Do you guys agree or do you disagree?
I don't want to steer any of you guys
no.
wrong though.
Okay. So one agrees, one disagrees.
I don't know. I'm scared of being fooled.
Who's
got that
correct
one?
though, Nate? You-
Charmaine is correct.
Charmaine is
Oh.
correct. It is
Oh,
penne.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so Melanie, you are
I was
correct.
thinking pen, the quill,
Penne.
penne.
That is correct. Very good. Very good job. Good job.
well, we
let's-
will have that food in our mouth soon. So it is
Yeah.
lunchtime.
That's
All right.
like
Let's go ahead and go to our thinking caps. Let's give them the answer so that they'll know if they got it wrong or right, and then we'll give you guys the winners for next week. So, the game show where the contestants spin the wheel, of course, has to be C, Wheel of Fortune. All right, all right, and then Melanie, give me the answer to this one, where they're costume contestants and they offer deals. What do you think that is?
I thought maybe F.
F. Very good. Let's make a deal. All right. And then we'll give Romy the last one. Romy, what do you think? Where the two families compete against each other?
That has to be Family Feud.
Yes, it is. Very good. So hopefully you guys got the answers right. We'll put all your scores together for next month to see who's gotten it. Okay. So, first of all, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. I think this was a lot of fun. Thank you, Jeff, for being as entertaining as you always are, and Charmaine for giving that, innocent look as if you don't know the answer.
I don't know if I did though.
And
So
you wonder
bef-
if you can trust her. I don't know.
Exactly. We wonder, huh? So before we go, we just want to give our contestants and our celebrities a chance to give out their final shout outs to anyone they want to give a shout out to. So we'll start with Melanie. Melanie, do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my sister in New York who I'm going to be visiting this
nice.
summer. I'm excited.
How about you, Romy? Who do you want to give it a shout out to?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my wife, Norvi, and our son, Red. I hope they're watching, or actually, I hope they're not watching because they did very bad on the show.
What about you, Charmaine? Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
My parents and my sister who are here, and also my grandparents who gave me my lovely birthday.
Nice. And Jeff.
And yes, I would also like to give a shout out to my wife, Marianne, who is currently at work. Sorry. And also to my parents, Leo, Rebecca, and my sister, Jenna, and also to my in-laws, the Lucas family, all the way in the Philippines, Japan, and also Qatar, who are Mario, Belen, Rio, Robin, and Marvin, and Joy.
Nice. And so, Jeff, if they want to see your entertaining self, where can they watch you?
Okay, please tune in on INCRadio New Jersey every Saturday at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Time, and also which is 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Check us out on INCRadio New Jersey. Actually, check out our replay because our show is about cheesesteaks. So the winner of our show gets one of
No. Did you really make cheesesteak?
No,
Just for your
I
show?
had to buy them because if I had made them, they would be black, burnt to a crisp, and the police and the fire department would be here.
Very good. And Charmaine, what show did you want to promote again?
I am usually on Chatline. I haven't been in a while. Hopefully, I'll be able to go on again. It's a really fun discussion type of radio show, and I hope you guys can watch it.
And when is Chatline?
Chatline is Friday at, what is it?
10 p.m. our
9
time.
p.m. Yeah, Friday, 10 p.m. our time.
11 Eastern. So for all you Eastern folks, I know it's kind of late, but tune into that show. It's a pretty good show. And so I want to thank our contestants for joining. Congratulations to Melanie for winning. Thank you to our celebrity panelists. We hope you guys will join us again. And same thing for INCRadio South Central States. Next week, we will have another episode, 11:30 Central Time. And then for all my friends in the West Coast, that's 9:30, and then 12:30 for the East Coast. And as always, we always want to say our thank you to our INC radio station manager, Brother Wally Taray, our CFO advisor and SEBSI president, Brother Angelo Erano Manalo, and our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. And yes, Nate is here. He's running all the points and all the clapping and all that stuff. There it goes, Nate. So thank you all for joining. See you all next week. Tune in again. INC Radio, South Central States. Bye-bye.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official